People of Reddit, what was a childhood dream you had that you managed to succeed as an adult? I joined the military. It ended up being infinitely worse than I expected. But I did it. Should have went with the Jello pool dream. But it's not too late to start. Once when I was a kid I took a couple claw hammers out of my dad's shop. I pretended they were ice axes, sticking them in the grass and pulling myself along pretending the horizontal lawn was vertical ice. Nowadays I am a mountaineer and ice climber. Completing the Pokédex. Rescue a dog and a cat who would be best friends. My career. Having a happy marriage and family. Driving vehicles I love. Studying abroad check mark. When I was in middle school, I wanted to be a pharmacist. Now I'm a pharmacist, and I love it. I don't know if I would call becoming an attorney a dream, but hey, I did it. Occasionally I'll have dessert instead of dinner. Always dreamed of that as a kid. To be an artist and own a dog. Dessert anytime. Eat whatever I want, whenever I want and however I want. Sit however I like and speak however I want to. Be that girl. When I was 8, my dad asked me on camera what did I want to be when I grew up. I said wife, mother and an artist. All three came true in that order. Going to a game in every Major League Baseball stadium. I was probably 8 or 9 when I started talking about it as a goal in life. I completed it when I was 35. But now I'm down one again because I haven't been to the new Rangers ballpark. I'll get there next season. Have cake whenever I want, which turns out to be almost never. Don't grow up mentally. Becoming a Marine. It's a micro dream. And I think a lot of people had it. Come to the store and buy there what you want. De porn. I live a comfortable life with no obligations I can't cancel at a moment's notice. To be an astronaut, this MFK and ganja doing it. I always dreamed I would live as a normal person, maybe intelligent. Here I am, oh well, haha. Buying all the Tamiya RC cars I wanted as a 12-year-old. To have a job. Driving a motorcycle. Loved riding bikes as a kid but hated how exhausting it was to go uphill. Now I don't have that problem anymore. I own a pair of Nike. Being a talented artist. Own a lot of cars. I wanted to build my own PC. After saving for 7 years I finally built it 6 months ago. Drive a car. You get used to it and it becomes overrated. To not live in a trailer. Working with animals. Started my own training company and it's the best job in the world. Young me was right. Maybe more a teenager dream. But to quote Lawrence from Office Space, greater than 2 chicks at the same time. https pbs.twim.com/media/flg0zkhx0akuch0.jpg. I went to England. As a kid it was the main place I wanted to visit, and I did. I got to touch boobs on a real live girl. Dream come true. I had one dream of looking at the Manhattan skyline from my apartment and going, "Fools," while laughing and holding a drink. Like a supervillain. Fucking did it. Fell into this off-the-table deal so my building's owner could expand his apartment. So they moved us to a big apartment with a view of the skyline for a year at a lower price. After a few laughs while looking out the window, my wife told me I was creeping her out. Live this long. Not as fun as I thought, lol. Deleted. Married with kids. Owning a house with a pool. Living somewhere warm. Healthy, positive net worth. Multiple degrees. A job that pays well and is enjoyable and rewarding. I've pretty much accomplished everything I set out for. My goals now are mostly around trying to help my children be successful. I once dreamt about getting into a car crash that everyone but me managed to jump out of the car, while it uncontrollably spins around on the road. After it crashed, though, I'm completely uninjured, with the car is deflating around me like a bouncy castle. Oh well, this did put me off the idea of driving, and to this day I'm still alive without ever having a car crash, so I guess it worked out. Not sure if I can ever make a big metal car deflate IRL though. I come from a very humble background and was not the most remarkable student in conventional sense. Growing up, I always wanted to own a Mercedes. But in my wildest fantasies it was impossible. Even when I met my now wife, we were 17 to 18 and we used to laugh at this imagination of having such a car. When I get into professional life, I moved up so fast that I had my first Mercedes even before 30. It was E-Class black sedan. I still remember how astonished I was when I drove it home. I only buy Mercedes now since I am used to them, and got even an AMG, but nothing beats that first one. It was more than a dream, just something I never imagined I would ever be able to get in my life. To be a professional musician. I'm pretty happy. Does that count? Dreamt I was at Ground Zero in 9/11. I descended down in a helo. Helped the victims who were covered in dust and ash. And as I flew away, I felt like I was complete. I'd already signed up, but felt that it was my destiny. Well, ended up being a naval senior aircrewman. And it sucked lol. Hated nearly everyone I worked with, as there was always the vast majority headhunting us because of their jealousy. Even my own kind were extremely cannibalistic. Dim candles to appear brighter types. Been on 7 deployments and was getting tired of hearing every drunken sailor at our last couple of ports spill the truth with their sober hearts how much they hated me 'cause of my career. But yet, I was one of the cool ones. As if I had proven myself to these bunch of incels. And then, they'd explain how they know that if they tried to be SAR, they'd make the cut. Oh yeah, face with rolling eyes. Out of 200 plus tryhards recruited each month, only 3 of us graduated. And just from my SAR schoolhouse class, 4 of us graduated out of 26. I was surrounded by haters. Not all bad though. Got cancer and the docs screwed up. So the government, military medically retired me.